Smartest Parascandalo, and I would like to thank you for joining us for these few coming minutes in which we're going to get to know the artist. Today's artist is Frank Ancilleri. Thank you, Frank, for having us over.
Thank you.
And what would you say your real true beginnings were in art?
Well, actually, since the very young age, I always had the inclination of drawing, and even at school. When I used to go to school, I used to, most of the time, stay drawing on my exercise books. In fact, even my teachers, at the end of the year, they used to ask me for my exercises, our exercise books.
To keep mementos.
To keep mementos of the, because in fact, I used to even draw them, the teachers themselves, you know.
Ah, okay.
And
during the lesson, obviously.
During the lesson, obviously, and not many a time I was kicked out of the class because of that.
Because your mind flew away from
because
the class.
I was drawing while he was teaching, you know, something new. Anyway, that was my beginning. After that, at the end, when I finished my secondary school, I joined an agency, an advertising agency, and I joined as a junior designer.
Without any formal training?
No, without any formal training.
Okay.
But at that time, they used to bring English instructors, English designers.
I see.
And obviously, we were taught by these English
It was
instructors.
on-the-job training, like today?
Yes, which took me about 3-4 years, I would say, to become a proper designer. It was always my dream that I'd paint, but I never had the time because of my work.
Yes.
I had my own company, so I was a freelance designer after having spent some years with agencies, advertising agencies. So my time was very limited. Since I retired, I said, before I retired, I said, let me start preparing myself for retirement. And that's how I started painting.
Good. And your favorite methods and your favorite mediums?
Well, I like to use oils.
Oils, okay.
And sometimes acrylics as well, and pastels.
Do you mix them sometimes as well?
No, not really, no. I tend to stick to one medium.
To just one?
Yes.
Okay.
Watercolors I haven't ventured into. For me, it's something which I have to look forward to.
That's something to do later.
But up till now, I've used oils, acrylics, and pastels.
And it's mostly, as I can see from your work, it's mostly out of doors work.
Yes, I started, let me tell you why I started out of doors. Because I'm a bit more of a, when I paint, because of my background, I tend to do a lot of details in my paintings.
Okay.
So what I thought is if I go outside and join these plein air groups, it will loosen my work. Because of the limited time that you have, you can't go into that detail.
And such deep,
such deep details. So this is why I started going plein air, you know, to actually practice myself.
And it fits you perfectly.
Yes, actually, when obviously I don't finish the work on site, so I take a photograph and I continue it in the studio, and so that is where my what do you call it? When I go into detail again.
Okay.
So
the studio.
The more I go plein air, the less I come back to the studio to finish it off.
Any exhibitions you have put up lately or in the near future?
Yes, I took part in a lot of collective exhibitions. I haven't done a solo exhibition yet because that's still a bit early.
Something to do later on as well.
Yes, to look forward to. And no, but I took a part in...
Which was the most recent one?
The most recent one was done at Birgu, local council, which was about a month ago.
And in the near future, aspirations for the near future?
Well, in the near future, I tend to keep on painting, obviously, and anything that comes the way, you know, I will take part.
Okay, so you don't have a date, a fixed date for the next exhibition?
No, I don't like that actually, because that will put a lot of pressure on me. And,
Okay, so you work?
And I don't want to have pressure at my, you know,
At your age.
not my,
You're very young age.
at this time. At this time in life, I want to relax and enjoy painting.
Yes, I think you have a
And
good...
if I had to have a date, then it becomes pressure, you know. So.
Okay. Any good advice for people who are going to venture into this niche?
Well, I think from my experience, the most important thing is that you go and see a lot of exhibitions and to try every medium that there is available. Nowadays, there are so many things that you can use. It's unbelievable.
Yes, yes.
And the colors, there's such a big choice that you have, that it's, you know,
It's
quite
adventurous.
Yeah. And obviously, the more you paint, the better, because every day you learn something. In art, when you paint, every time you paint, you're learning. So you're never there, you know. You can't say that you know it all, because every painting you do, it's an experience.
That counts for everything.
Yes, of course.